CEOs, what's going on? It is time for wisdom. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, do me a favor and put replay because you're probably watching the replay, and that lets me know about like what time you're watching to see what's a good time for these wisdom calls, if you will, or wisdom live videos. Okay, so also let me know if you can hear me and who do I have with me. I'm up in my volume right now, which is why you see my hand because it was over the mic. What's up, Marshall? How you doing? Yeah, I guess you caught it when I was saying like, yeah, put replay. But yeah, this is live. So you're not watching the replay. So you're live. You can comment live. I will answer questions live. That's the benefit of catching the live. So good to see you. I just want to say that my intention for this video today is for you to get what you need to buy better cars and move your business forward, or at least to have an idea of what it is you need to get. And so it is, okay? That's kind of like my prayer over this video, because I'm not sure if this is going to be what you think it's going to be. Good morning, Sean. It was good talking to you this week. Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. It was good talking to you. So now I can put the voice with the name and the face and the profile pic, right? So, if you don't already know me, I'm Shamel Leonard. I started the Auto Dealer Business School because I did not want auto dealers out here in these streets struggling, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. I want y'all to be prosperous and abundant and make lots of money, at least 6 figures, which is $100,000 in a year. It's very doable. It doesn't take a lot of time. It does take some strategy. You got to be strategic. You got to have some systems. And then everything will fall in place. So welcome, and let's get right into how to get the most return on your investment selling cars. I think that's the name of this. Right, Marshall, yes. So you already know that your business is an investment, okay? And each car you buy is an investment. So what would you do differently if you looked at it in that way? Like for instance, like I have people who come to me and they're like, yeah, I just want to sell cars as a side hustle. But even a side hustle is an investment. So you have to have an investment mindset. Okay, if this is an investment, what are some things that people do to protect their investments? Let me know. I want to get some ideas. Like what do people do to protect their investments? Okay, let me make sure I got the right people in the house. Okay, because you're investing. And you are investing a lot of doggone money. Like, this ain't no play money trying to sell these cars. So if you are investing, what are some things that people do to protect their investment? But that's not so I don't see any comments. So I don't know if that's like, what do people do? That's not the topic. The topic is just continue to think about what you need to do to protect your investment, okay? So approach this video, listening to this talk with that in mind. Like, what do I need to do to protect my investment, to feel good about investing all this money in what I'm about to do? And that it doesn't matter how much money you're investing. If you're investing 1,000 or 100,000, okay, it's still a lot of money. Watch who touches your investments. Right, yes. You want to make sure you know who all is up in your pot because you got to protect your investment. Be honest. Yes. Be honest definitely does protect your investment. I'm liking it. Okay. So, now that we're on the investment mindset, like we're thinking towards an investment, I want to give you a story. When I first started buying cars at the auction after I got licensed, good morning, Munya. How you doing? After I first got licensed, and I had gotten burned on a couple of cars, and I mean, they kind of hurt, you know, I'm just being honest, like they hurt like right here when you get burned on a couple of cars, when you have all this hope that, man, this is about to be like great. I'm about to turn all this profit and this is going to feel good. So after I got burned on a couple of cars and it hurt, I said, okay, I need to do something different. I didn't know what I needed to do different, but all I knew was I needed to do something different. So let me tell you what I started to do different. And I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you, okay? But I'm going to share this with you because we're family, right? So, and don't be putting my business in the street now. I'm going to put this video up. But so what I did when I knew I had to do something different is I started flipping a coin before I purchased a car at the auction. Good morning, Shay. Yes, you finally called it live. Yeah, laugh at me. I'm seeing laugh emojis. Yes, I started flipping a coin. So, okay, I would, have a car on my run list that I'm checking out, right? Or that I'm looking at because I ain't really have no process or nothing. Before I bid on that car, like trying to decide if this is a good investment or not, I would flip a coin. And, heads would say, yes, it's a good investment. Tails would say, no, pass, right? And depending on what I got dictated if I bought that car or not, all right? So, I'm a little embarrassed to share that, but let me tell you what I was trying to do and what that ended up doing for me was, one, I knew down in my soul that I needed to have some kind of system outside of myself, if you will, that basically dictated which cars to buy, okay? That was my system, but I had a system nonetheless, okay? So that was what I was trying to do. The other thing that I was trying to do was I was trying to get confidence that something else agrees with me that this is a good buy. Like my systems check out, and because they check out, they say to me, yes, go for this, okay? I was like just reaching for, just being more, being more systematic. So what it also did was it allowed me to trust myself because I was at least doing something to be responsible to my investment, my business, and to the public, okay? So that's why I started flipping a coin. Do I recommend flipping a coin? It worked out a couple of times, okay? But now that I know better, I do better, right? When we know better, we do better. So since I know I needed a system, I just got a system. Since I know I needed something to have confidence in, I put something in place to have confidence in. Since I knew I needed to trust myself, that I was making a good decision, I put something in place to help me to say, yes, you can trust yourself, okay? So these are the things that you need to do to squeeze every bit of profit out of each cars. I just want to say that, yes, the profit definitely depends on, what kind of car you buy and the condition it is in and all that. But also it depends on you and how you are going about picking these cars. Because I tell people all the time, I have sold way more cars being confident than I ever have not being confident. And that's what flipping that coin was doing for me, was I knew I needed some confidence because I was out here not feeling confident at all. Do you feel me? Good morning, Kendra. What's up? I'm glad to see you. Okay, so the first thing you need to do to squeeze every ounce of profit out of these cars is to have confidence. You need to know that you know what you're doing and that you're buying the right cars and that you're making it safe, like it's a safe investment, okay? So you need to have confidence. What's going to give you confidence? Whatever that is, you need to put that in place, period. Like not exceptions, that's not the word. Like no, what's the word? Like I can't think of the word right now, but basically compromise, like no compromises, that's the word. Like don't compromise on that. Like you need confidence. So give yourself confidence. What do you think will give you confidence? Get that, okay? The next thing you need is you need to be able to trust yourself. What makes it easy for me to trust myself is when I feel like I have something trustworthy going on. Like I have a system that I can trust that's been, tested. I have some information that I can trust. I have, a process I can trust, something like that. That helps me to trust myself because, to be honest, this world has told me that business is hard, that you're going to fail within the first 5 years, that you're going to lose a lot of money, that, people aren't going to buy from you because you X, Y, and Z. That, basically, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, that's what the world had told me, growing up. Like, you don't know what you're doing, so just don't even try, right? But that's not the truth. Like, a lot of people don't know what they're doing when they are doing it. But what they do is they have something they can trust in to bring them trust in doing what they're doing. And I know that was kind of like a tongue twister, but hopefully you hear what I'm trying to say. So that was number 2, trust. Number 3, we're gonna get into the real. Like, you need a system. So if you still don't have a system to qualify your cars, then what's stopping you from having a system? What's stopping you from having a system that is tested and proven to work 99% of the time, right? Get a system. Any questions? Like, I can't even elaborate on that. The 4th thing you need is you need to market. Good morning, Sean. You need to market. And if you have any questions, put them below. And the reason why you need to market is for a couple of reasons. One is if you have a whole bunch of people, like qualified buyers, calling for a particular car, it ups your confidence. You don't take no mess from people because you're like, you know what? I got a car that's in demand. It feels good to have a car that's in demand. You're not thinking about lowering the price. You're not thinking about none of that. None of that. It's just like, it's going to sell. The only question is to who, which one of these people who are calling right now about to buy this car. Okay. That's what marketing can do for you. That's what, having qualified buyers can do for you. And when I say market, I'm not talking about these people who shop, these people who, I'll get the money, soon. No, I'm talking about people who are like, look, I'm ready. I need a car. Let's do this. Okay. I got this much money. What you got? Okay. So you need to market. I'm on this a lot because I notice a lot of independent dealers don't do some of the traditional corporate things, which is like market. Okay. Marketing is important in every business. So you need to market, and marketing goes beyond just listing that car online. Okay. It's also just marketing your business and who you are and what you stand for. But that's going into number 5. So is there any questions about marketing? Any questions at all? I know I was going through that kind of quickly. You need some confidence. You need some trust in yourself. And actually I would have to say you need to have some trust in that car. Boom, 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 right? Right, yeah. But that's what your systems are going to do. They're going to bring you trust in that car. So you need systems. And then marketing. Okay, so that's what you need. Any questions about marketing? Any questions at all? All right, so the 5th thing you need is branding. That's one of those traditional corporate things that I was talking about, like what corporations do to make more money. Like they brand, they market. These are all part of those. So if it's good enough for them, it is good enough for you. If it benefits them, it will also benefit you. So you need to brand. So what is branding? When I was talking about marketing and I was saying getting your message of your business out there in the world, well, the message of your business, the vision, who you are, all of that is your branding, okay? All right, Marshall, you said true. Yes, okay, so you guys are feeling me. At least Marshall's feeling me. Anybody else feeling me? Or people like, I don't know about that right there. Let me know, okay? Let me know, because I'm just trying to feed you some good food here. And if it ain't good, let me know. I'll cook you something else. Okay? So, branding. Branding is, okay, you feel me, Sean. Okay. Branding is what I was talking about a couple of videos ago when I was talking about, like, people need to see your face, okay? They need to see you on your website, your Facebook page, and these are all of your marketing channels, okay? They need to see your face. If you feel comfortable showing your family, they need to see your family. What they really need to see is that you are a real person, okay? You are like real. Like you're not just, I don't know, in a warehouse somewhere. People tend to think that if they can't see you, you're shady, okay? So that's what your branding is going to do for you. They need to be able to see you and see who you are and see why you started selling cars. I hear some fantastic reasons why people are selling cars when I do my strategy sessions with people. And y'all have some fantastic stories. Your hearts are really big. Like you really have a desire to, be good in the world, and you really have a desire to do right by people, and people need to hear that. That's your branding. And I'm proud of the people who I talk to, and they're like, yeah, and that's mostly everyone. So it's not like some don't. Like mostly everyone I talk to is like, I have a passion for this. Like, even if I'm doing it for the money, I'm still doing it because the money will do something else that I'm passionate about. Okay. All right. Marshall says that's true. Okay. So you feeling me? Okay. So brand your business, and you can do that before you even start selling cars. Okay. Your branding can carry you and draw people to you even now. You can start posting now in your, with your Facebook friends, why you're thinking about starting to sell cars. Have people connect with you in this journey you're on, because you're on a journey. I know how it feels to want to do something new and to feel like maybe people will judge you, or maybe they won't support it, or maybe they'll remember that mistake you made in the last business and they'll be like, I don't know why this person getting into business. They're not good with business. I know how that feels, to feel vulnerable, putting yourself out there, doing something new and scared of being judged for it. But really, people just want to be on the journey. So include them in the startup of your business. Include them when you're thinking about it. You know what? I had my strategy session today with Shamel over at the Auto Dealer Business School. And yeah, like I'm doing this. I'm doing, I got a plan. I'm about to sell cars. I'm excited. I'm harping on it a little bit because I just want you to really see how important it is to talk about your journey now, because those people are going to be like, oh my God, when you selling them Bentleys, they're going to be like, oh my God, I remember when you started. Yeah. And they're going to feel a part of your success. All right. And then they're going to want to make you more successful because they feel a part of your success. All right. I remember Kev on Stage saying, I don't know if you guys know the comedian Kev on Stage, but Kev on Stage was talking about like how he noticed, he had been asking people and begging people to like be a part of a live show with him. And he noticed that nobody was moving until he started booking venues. And then it was like, oh, okay, can I get on that with you? Can I let's collaborate, let's this. all these opportunities when he was like, yeah, I want to do this. Who's in? Crickets, right? But what he learned from that is people follow movement. So if you are moving, people will move with you and they will build you up. You feel me? So I know that was 5 things, but I had one other thing that I wanted to say about getting all the profit you can out of every investment you have made. And your investments, of course, are the cars. I want to say, and this is something that I tell my coaching clients, that you have to, you don't want to sell cars. You want to sell something other than cars. And all of the great businesses know this to be true. They're not selling their product. Yes, their product needs to be good, but they're also selling something else other than their product. But that is why, you know, for a practical example, okay, because I know that's like, what you talking about? Like, sell something else. I'm selling cars. What you talking about? So a practical example of selling something else besides cars is people have a warranty to go with the car, because then it's not just about the car. You buy this car because this car has a warranty. Okay, you feel where I'm going? Okay, so that's one example of selling something other than the car. Another example, which I tell my clients who I work with, is to sell the fact that you're an educated dealer through the Auto Dealer Business School. That is something that is very rare, that auto dealers partake in professional development, if you will. And so for you to sell the fact that, yo, I went to school for this, okay? They tell you all the time, like, if you do this job with a degree, you can make more money. What does that mean? That only means that the fact that you are schooled has more value. So sell that as well. Yes, Marshall, selling a service. And it dawned on me today that I'm going to talk next week about selling services, because every dealership also needs to have services, every independent dealer. And I say dealership, but I'm including my auto brokers too. Even you all have to have services, and there are some services you need to have in your business. But yes, selling a service along with, you know, the product, okay, which are the cars. Whew. All right, I'm gonna take a deep breath, because I hope, you know, I gave y'all some good stuff. Like I was putting down a lot of stuff. Did you pick it up? You know, did you breathe in what I was breathing out? Was this helpful? Do you have any questions? Was this like unexpected? Probably a little unexpected. But let me just tell you how that you can get all those things that you need: the confidence, the systems, the trust in yourself in the car, your marketing, your branding. Okay. Those are all the things that I do for my clients. All right. So the shortcut is you can work with me. The long way is you can figure it out yourself. You know, now you know what to do. So you can figure it out yourself. But if you want to work with me, then the first step is to schedule a strategy session so that we can see what's a good strategy for you. And, you know, if we decide, yes, let's go into this together. Hey, Joseph, what's up? If we can go into this together, then you can come out on the other end faster, better, making more money, more confident. You know, if we decide that, then we'll move forward and work together. I have a class coming up soon. And when I say classes, I work with a group of people at the same time. So I want you guys to get in this class if this is what if this is your calling, like if you're ready, if this is the time. If this is not the time, then I'll probably have another class in about 6 months or so. So then you can join that class, okay? But 6 months, you didn't miss out on these tax season profits, okay? Let's see. Yes, Joseph, what's up? Good to see you. Marshall, inspections, for example, yes. Well, inspections are required by the state, but you should include it in your marketing that it has been, inspected and passed. Okay. But if inspections are indeed, let me just say, if they are indeed required by your state, I don't know how you can really sell that service. But if it's not required by your state, then that is definitely something you can do. Okay. And I'm coming out with something very soon for my auto dealers to help you sell more services. Eric, what's up? What's the difference between auto broker and auto dealer? So auto broker, when I said that, good question, Eric. When I said that, a lot of people who don't have a car lot, like a physical location where they keep all of their cars and they have customers who come there and buy, they consider themselves auto brokers instead of like having a dealership. Now, I think you have a dealership as long as you are a licensed dealer, because at that point you are building up your business. Okay. But some people consider themselves auto brokers. And the difference is in some states, you don't have to have a car lot to get started. And so those people feel like, oh, I'm just an auto broker then. Even though you're still building up your business. You have a dealership. Your dealership is just virtual at the time because you don't have a physical car lot. Okay. Okay, Eric. Yeah, you're welcome. So are there any other questions? CEOs, anything else you want to make sure I know or I see? Was this helpful? If it wasn't helpful, then let me know what would be helpful and I'll try to squeeze it in some other time on some other live. But the point is to be helpful. I saw Steve Harvey, like a little clip of his the other day, and it said he was doing an inspirational speech, and it said basically he was trying to get people to change their life, and it was like, well, the reason you are where you are is you have not because you ask not. Okay, so if I'm here trying to give you information and you feel like you don't have the information you need, you have not because you ask not. Okay, so ask. Sean, if you're an auto broker, can you still sell cars to the public? Yes. The only people who cannot sell cars to the public are wholesalers. Okay, wholesalers cannot sell to the public. So yes. And yeah, Sean, here in Georgia, because you're in Georgia too, we just need to have an office space so you can broker cars, or you can sell cars that you have, in your inventory, but your inventory is just at your home, or it's at a lot or somewhere that you rent out to keep your cars. Like that's how people grow into like a car lot here in Georgia, or in other places that just have like a requirement just to have an office space. Okay, like Arizona is another example. All right, CEOs, I'm going to end this here, but like I said, I want to make sure that this was helpful for you. So if you have any questions, be sure to put the questions there. I'm going to put the link to the strategy sessions in the description. And I'm also going to put the link to the business of buying and selling cars. I didn't talk about it, but it is a system that will replace flipping the coin. Okay. Because once I did that, I never had to flip a coin again. Let's see. Okay, Sean. Great. Thanks. Joseph, do you subscribe to any professional publications? Yes. And I've been getting a lot of questions about that. So I will do a video about like which ones I think are good. I'm also going to start taking my auto dealers to some of the conferences because y'all are missing out on a lot of good resources at these conferences. So look out for that. Shay, I'm in Texas, so I have to have a space outside of my home. Yes, you do, boo. Yes, you do. Texas requires you to have a lot. Yes, you do. But don't let that discourage you. Like, I want to also talk a little bit later, another time, about don't be afraid of having a car lot. Okay. It can be a good thing. Then that way you don't have to grow up to it. You already have it in place. So don't be afraid to have a car lot. Make it work for you. All right, Marshall, thanks for the info. Very helpful. Okay, great. All right, now I got the confirmation I need. I'm feeling confident that I gave you some good stuff. So I can head out for now, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good day. Bye.